Before we begin, pause for just a second. If you want stories like this to keep finding you, then like and hit the subscribe button. And leave a comment telling me where you're watching from and what time it is right now. Now, turn the lights down, stay very still, and let the shadows take over. The notification came in at 2:17 a.m. I know the exact time because I stared at it longer than I should have, waiting for my brain to make sense of what it was showing me. Motion detected at front door. That wasn't unusual. I lived in a quiet suburb outside Columbus, Ohio. Cars passed occasionally. Wind moved trees. Animals triggered alerts. The Ring camera was more jumpy than a nervous dog. What made this one different was the thumbnail. The preview image showed my front porch. The light was on. The welcome mat was in place. The potted plant was exactly where I'd left it. And standing directly in front of my door was nothing. No person, no shadow, no movement, just empty space. I almost laughed. A glitch, I told myself. The app did this sometimes. Still, I tapped the notification. The video loaded. The porch light flickered slightly as the clip began. The timestamp glowed in the corner. The audio picked up the faint hum of night insects and distant traffic. Then the motion box appeared. A bright blue outline, pulsing, tracking something invisible. It followed a shape that wasn't there, moving closer to the door, pausing, then lifting upward as if someone were raising their hand to knock. But the door never moved. The handle didn't turn. Nothing touched the camera. Yet the motion detection behaved as if a person was standing inches from my door. I sat up in bed, suddenly wide awake. Okay, I whispered to myself, that's weird. I replayed it. Same thing. The blue motion outline moved again, slow and deliberate like it was learning the space. At the end of the clip, the motion box stopped directly in front of the doorbell. Then the video ended. No knock, no sound, no one there. I checked the live feed. The porch was empty. I rolled onto my back, phone resting on my chest, staring at the ceiling. The house was silent. My wife, Erin, slept beside me, breathing softly, unaware that anything was wrong. I debated waking her up. I didn't. Felt stupid, embarrassing, like admitting you were scared of a shadow. The next morning I checked the app again. The clip was still there. I downloaded it, just in case. Our house wasn't old. Built in 2016. Cookie-cutter suburb. Lawns trimmed. Flags on porches. The kind of neighborhood where people wave but rarely stop to talk. We installed the Ring camera after a package went missing the year before. Since then, it had caught raccoons, delivery drivers, and once a neighbor's kid tried to ding-dong glitch. Never anything like this. That afternoon, while Erin was at work, I opened the Ring app on my laptop, frame by frame. At exactly 2 hours, 17 minutes and 9 seconds, the motion box appeared. At 2 hours, 17 minutes and 12 seconds, it moved closer to the door. At 2 hours, 17 minutes and 15 seconds, the porch light dimmed slightly, like something had blocked it for just a fraction of a second. I paused the video, enhanced the brightness. Nothing. Just empty air. I checked the camera history. There were 3 other motion alerts from that same night. I hadn't seen them before. My stomach tightened. The second alert was at 2:06 a.m. The third at 1:58 a.m. The first at 1:51 a.m. All front door. All motion detected. All showed nothing. But the motion tracking told a different story. In the earliest clip, the blue outline lingered at the edge of the porch, barely inside the frame. In the next, it moved closer. By the last clip, the one that woke me, it stood directly in front of the door. Something had been approaching my house. Slowly. Over 26 minutes. I shut the laptop. Suddenly, the house didn't feel as solid. That evening, I told Erin. She watched the videos with her arms crossed, expression tight but controlled. It's a glitch, she said. The camera probably picked up a bug or humidity or something. A bug doesn't move like that, I replied. and it doesn't come back 4 times. She sighed. You're tired. You've been stressed lately. That stung more than it should have. Still, I nodded. We dropped it. Or at least I pretended to. That night before bed, I checked every lock. Front door, back door, garage. Everything secure. I angled the bedroom door open slightly, something I hadn't done since I was a kid. At 2:14 a.m., my phone buzzed. I was already awake. Motion detected at front door. Erin shifted beside me, mumbling in her sleep. My hand shook as I opened the app. Live view. The porch light was off. The camera switched to night vision. The black and white image showed the porch clearly. Empty. Then, the motion outline appeared, right at the center of the frame. I watched in real time as the blue shape moved closer to the door. I held my breath. The doorbell rang. Not on the app. In the house. A sharp, metallic chime echoed through the hallway. Erin bolted upright. What was that? The doorbell rang again. I stared at the screen. The motion outline pulsed violently now, overlapping the door itself. Still no figure. No shadow. Just absence. I'm calling the police, Erin whispered. Wait, I said, grabbing her wrist. Just wait. I didn't know why I said that. The doorbell rang a 3rd time. Longer this time. As if someone was leaning on it. I muted the phone and crept out of bed. Every step down the hallway felt louder than it should have. The living room lights were off. The glow from the street light leaked through the curtains. I approached the front door slowly, my heart hammering. I looked through the peephole. Nothing. I checked the side window. Empty street. No cars. No people. No movement. The doorbell stopped. Silence returned. I stood there for a full minute, hand hovering over the lock, waiting for something, anything, to happen. Nothing did. When I finally opened the door, the porch was exactly the same as always. Except for one thing. The welcome mat was turned upside down. I hadn't noticed that on the camera. I picked it up. Underneath, scratched faintly into the concrete, were shallow marks. Long, curved, like something had dragged its fingers across the porch. That night, neither of us slept. The next day, I reviewed the footage again. The moment the doorbell rang, I slowed it down. That's when I noticed something new. Just before the chime sounded, the motion outline split, as if the system was tracking more than one shape. One remained at the door. The other moved sideways, toward the window, toward where I had been standing when the doorbell rang. I realized then that whatever the camera was seeing wasn't just standing there. It was aware, and it knew where I was. The police came just after 3 a.m. 2 officers. Calm, polite. The kind of tired you only see on night shifts. They walked the perimeter, checked the porch, the yard, the street. They found nothing. No footprints. No scratches they could confirm were fresh. No signs of tampering with the doorbell. One of them glanced at my phone while I showed the footage. He frowned, then handed it back. Probably a software issue, he said. We've seen false positives before. I wanted to ask him if false positives rang doorbells. I didn't. After they left, the house felt worse than before. Like whatever had been there was annoyed we'd involved someone else. Erin locked herself in the bathroom and cried quietly. I sat on the couch, lights on, staring at the front door until the sky finally started to lighten. When morning came, the fear didn't fade. It settled. That afternoon, I received an email from Ring. Subject: unusual activity detected on your account. My chest tightened instantly. The email explained that my account had been accessed from a new device overnight. A generic security message. No IP address. No location. Just a timestamp. 2:13 a.m. 1 minute before the doorbell rang. I checked my login history. There was an unfamiliar device listed. No name. No model. Just authorized viewer. I changed the password immediately. Logged out all devices. Enabled 2-factor authentication. Then I checked the footage again. That's when I noticed the clip labeled Live View, Saved. I never save live views. I opened it. The footage showed my living room from inside the house. I stared at the screen, confused, until it clicked. This wasn't from the Ring doorbell. This was from the indoor camera we'd unplugged months ago. The one Erin insisted made her uncomfortable. The one sitting in a drawer in the garage. Yet the angle was unmistakable. Our couch. The lamp with the crooked shade. The hallway leading to the bedrooms. The timestamp read 2:11 a.m. The camera was positioned high, near the corner of the ceiling. We had never mounted it there. The footage was grainy, night vision green. The living room was empty. Then something moved. Not walked. Shifted. A distortion in the air near the hallway, like heat rising off asphalt. The motion outline appeared again. This time it was inside our house. I felt cold all over. The outline drifted slowly across the living room, stopping near the couch. Paused, then turned, facing the camera. There was no face, no body, just the sense of orientation, like it knew it was being watched. At 2:13 a.m., the distortion moved closer to the lens. The screen warped. Static burst across the footage. Then the clip ended. My phone slipped from my hand and hit the floor. I drove home early from work. Erin met me at the door, her eyes red. "You didn't tell me there were indoor recordings," she said. "I didn't know," I replied. We stood there in silence, the house looming around us. We unplugged every smart device that night. Doorbell, Wi-Fi router, smart TV, everything. The house went quiet in a way that felt wrong. Too still, like holding your breath underwater. At 1:47 a.m., Erin shook me awake. "Do you hear that?" I listened. At first, nothing. Then, footsteps. Slow, soft. Not on the porch. In the hallway. I reached for my phone. No signal. No Wi-Fi. The footsteps stopped outside the bedroom door. The handle didn't move. Instead, something pressed against the door. Not hard. Just enough to make the wood creak. Then came the sound. A whisper. So faint I thought I imagined it. My name. Not spoken. Exhaled. I pulled Erin close, my heart slamming against my ribs. The pressure on the door eased. Footsteps retreated. Toward the living room. Toward the front door. The doorbell rang. What? Even unplugged. The next morning, the Ring camera was back online. Plugged in. Active. I hadn't touched it. There was new footage. This time, daytime. The clip showed Erin and me leaving for work. From outside. Normal. Then another clip. Timestamp 9:32 a.m. The front door opened. Someone stepped inside. The motion outline tracked the movement perfectly. But the porch was empty. The door opened anyway. The camera recorded the door closing behind nothing. I watched the next clip. Interior. The living room again. The invisible shape moved through the space slowly. Stopped at the bookshelf. One book slid out. Fell to the floor. In real life, I remembered that book. It had been on the floor when I came home. I assumed the cat knocked it down. We don't have a cat. The final clip of the day showed the shape standing in the hallway, facing the bedroom, waiting. I turned the phone off. I didn't want to see what came next. That night, we didn't sleep in our bedroom. We camped in the living room with lights on. At 2:10 a.m., the TV turned on by itself. Static filled the screen. The Ring app buzzed. Motion detected. Living room. The indoor camera icon blinked. I watched the live feed. The camera showed us, sitting on the couch, holding each other. The motion outline wasn't around us. It was behind us, in the hallway, watching. Then text appeared on the screen. Not from the app. Over the footage itself. Blocky. White. Unmistakable. "You left the door open." The front door creaked. Slowly. From the hallway. Erin screamed. The camera feed cut out. The TV went black. The house fell silent again. Except for one sound. Breathing. Not ours. I don't remember grabbing my keys. I don't remember opening the door. I remember cold air hitting my face and running barefoot into the street. We didn't stop until we reached a neighbor's house. When the police returned, they found nothing again. No forced entry, no damage, no explanation. But when they reviewed the Ring account, one officer went quiet. He turned the screen toward me. "There's something you should see," he said. The account history showed a user added months ago. Admin level access. Name, occupant. Added the same night we moved in. I looked at Erin. She was pale. "I never added that," she whispered. "Neither did I." The officer cleared his throat. "Sir," he said carefully, "how long have you lived in this house?" "Almost 2 years." He nodded slowly. "Because according to this, the account was active before you. We didn't go back to the house that night. The police suggested a hotel until things calmed down, which is the most useless sentence you can say to someone whose reality has already cracked open. Erin and I checked into a roadside motel 20 minutes away. One of those places with buzzing fluorescent lights, thin walls, and carpets that smelled permanently damp. It should have felt unsafe. Instead, it felt like relief. For the first time in days, I slept. Not deeply, not peacefully, but without the sense that something was standing just out of view. At 6:12 a.m., my phone vibrated. Ring notification. Motion detected. Front door. My heart jumped into my throat. I opened the app with shaking hands. The live feed loaded slowly, pixel by pixel. It was our house. The sun was just rising, casting long shadows across the porch. The front door was closed. Then the motion outline appeared. Not outside. Inside. Right behind the door. The handle turned. The door opened inward. No one stepped out. Instead, the camera angle tilted slightly, as if someone inside the house had leaned close to the doorbell. The lens fogged. A shape pressed against it. Still invisible, but closer than ever before. Then text appeared again. Not the Ring interface. Not a notification. Overlaid directly on the video. "You don't live here anymore." The feed cut. I dropped the phone. Erin was already awake. She'd seen my face. "It's still there," I said. She didn't ask what it was. She didn't need to. By noon, curiosity became more dangerous than fear. I logged into the Ring account on my laptop, determined to understand what the hell occupant meant. The user profile didn't have an email address. No phone number. No login history. Just a role. Primary admin. Above my name. Above Erin's. The creation date was listed as April 14, 2003. The house was built in 2004. That made no sense. I clicked into the archived footage. Years of it. Clips dated long before we moved in. Before the previous owners. Before the neighborhood was finished. Most of it was corrupted. Black screens. Static. Unreadable timestamps. But a few clips still played. One from 2011. A young couple unloading boxes from a moving truck. Laughing. Happy. The motion outline appeared behind them. Inside the open doorway. They didn't see it. Another clip, 2015. A family barbecue. Kids running through the yard. The outline stood near the fence, motionless. Watching. Then 2019. A single woman carrying groceries inside. The outline followed her in. The next clip was days later. Police cars. Lights flashing. Her front door boarded shut. The footage ended. I slammed the laptop shut. This wasn't a glitch. This wasn't hacking. This was a pattern. Erin found something worse. She searched public records. The house address. Previous owners. There were gaps. Names that didn't line up. People who moved in and out quickly. Sometimes within months. Sometimes weeks. And then there were the deaths. Not violent. Not dramatic. Heart attacks. Accidents. Disappearances. Always unremarkable on paper. Always followed by a sale. Always followed by silence. I think it attaches to the house. Aaron said quietly. I shook my head. No, I replied. It attaches to people. Because the Ring footage wasn't just recording the house. It was tracking movement, behavior, presence, occupancy. I checked the most recent clips. There were new ones. From the motel. My blood ran cold. The footage showed a parking lot. Our car. The motel door. A familiar green-tinted night vision. The camera angle was wrong. Too low. Too close. This wasn't from a Ring device. This was from something else. The motion outline appeared near our car, then drifted toward our room. The clip ended before the door came into view. I slammed the laptop shut again. It followed us, I whispered. Erin stared at me, eyes hollow. No, she said. It didn't. She took a slow breath. It was already here. That night, the motel room felt smaller. Every sound felt intentional. At 2:09 a.m., the room phone rang. We both froze. I didn't answer it. At 2:10 a.m., my phone vibrated. Ring notification. Motion detected. Temporary resonance. That wasn't even an option in the app. The live feed opened automatically. The camera showed our motel room. From the corner of the ceiling. The same impossible angle as before. Aaron and I were asleep in the footage, but we were awake, watching ourselves. The motion outline hovered near the bathroom door. It didn't move. It waited. Text appeared again. You always leave. The outline moved toward the bed. The footage froze. The motel room door handle rattled violently. Not a knock. Not a test. A demand. I grabbed a chair and shoved it under the handle. Aaron backed into the corner, crying silently. The rattling stopped. Footsteps moved down the hallway. Slow. Deliberate. Like whoever, or whatever, was outside knew exactly how long to wait. We didn't sleep again. At sunrise, we packed everything and drove straight to my brother's house in another state. We didn't tell him why. We just said we needed time. For 3 days, nothing happened. No notifications. No footage. No text. I started to believe distance mattered. On the fourth night, my brother's Ring camera triggered. The notification didn't come to his phone. It came to mine. Motion detected. Front door. The live feed showed his porch. Then the motion outline appeared. Centered. Perfect. The doorbell rang. From the screen, text appeared one last time. I let you stay. Behind the outline, faint and almost unnoticeable, was another shape. Smaller. No. Standing beside it. Waiting. The feed ended. We left before morning. I deleted the Ring account. Destroyed every device we owned. But sometimes late at night, my phone still vibrates. No app. No notification. Just a brief pulse. Like a heartbeat. Like something checking if I'm still here. Because houses don't watch people. But something does. And it never really lets you leave. We stopped running. Not because we felt safe. Because we realized something worse. It didn't matter where we went. Hotels. Family homes. Rentals. Even a friend's couch across state lines. The notifications always returned. Not immediately, but patiently. Like something allowing us time to pretend. After we fled my brother's house, Aaron and I separated. It wasn't a fight. It wasn't dramatic. It was survival. If this thing followed people, then maybe splitting up would confuse it. Dilute its attention. Make one of us less interesting. I went north. Aaron went west. For the first week, nothing happened. No notifications. No phantom footage. No unexplained vibrations in my pocket. I started sleeping again. That was the mistake. It was a Thursday night when my phone buzzed for the first time in days. Not a Ring alert. A text message. No number. Just words. You're quieter without her. My chest tightened. I didn't reply. I turned the phone off completely. That night, I dreamed of the house. Not our house. Every house. Rows and rows of them, stretching endlessly, each with a small black lens mounted near the door, all pointed inward, watching. When I woke up, my phone was back on. I hadn't turned it on. Erin called me the next morning. She sounded different, flat, careful. It showed me something, she said. What? I asked. Our future. She told me she'd received footage from a Ring camera she didn't own, didn't recognize. The clip showed her in a house she'd never seen before. Older, slower, alone. She was standing at a front door, peering through the peephole. On the other side stood nothing. The text on the video read, "This one stays." Then the clip cut. Erin was silent for a long moment. I think it's not haunting places, she said finally. It's choosing replacements. I did something stupid after that. Something human. I went back. Not to our house. To the neighborhood. I needed answers that Google couldn't give. The development was older than it looked. Clean lawns. Identical mailboxes. Cameras everywhere. Almost every house had one now. I knocked on doors. Most people didn't answer. One man did. Late 60s. Retired. Nervous eyes. When I asked about the house we used to own, his face tightened. "You're the fifth," he said. "Fifth what?" "Fifth owner I've seen leave like that." I asked him about the cameras, about the footage, about the figure. He didn't deny it. He invited me inside. His living room was bare. No photos, no decorations, no cameras. "I don't use them," he said quickly, noticing my glance. "Never did." "How?" I asked. He smiled without humor. "My wife disappeared in 2012, right after we installed ours." The air felt heavy. "She started talking about the house like it was alive," he continued. "Said it knew when she was home, when she wasn't. Said it felt offended when we left for too long." I swallowed. "What happened?" "One night, the camera recorded her standing at the door," he said softly, "from inside the house. But she was asleep beside me." He looked me dead in the eye. Next morning, she was gone. Door still locked. Camera unplugged. My skin crawled. "Why didn't it take you?" I asked. He hesitated. "Because I never gave it eyes." That was the key. It wasn't the house. It wasn't the internet. It was permission. Cameras. Devices. Smart locks. Monitors. We invited it in. We let it learn us. Our habits. Our patterns. When we were alone. When we were vulnerable. When we belonged. I drove away shaking. And that's when my phone buzzed again. Ring notification. Motion detected. Return. I didn't open it. I already knew what it would show. Erin didn't answer my calls that night. By morning, her number was disconnected. I panicked. Drove west. State after state. No response. At a gas station, my phone vibrated one final time. The notification wasn't from Ring. It was a video file. No sender. I opened it. It showed Erin's face, close to the camera, too close. She wasn't panicking. She wasn't crying. She looked calm. Behind her, faintly reflected in the glass, was the outline, standing where a door should be. She spoke slowly, carefully. "I think it needs someone to stay," she said, "and someone to leave." The video ended. Text appeared over black. "Thank you for vacating." I screamed. I threw the phone across the parking lot. Shattered. But even without it, I could feel it. The sensation of being watched didn't leave. Not even now. I live off-grid now. No smart devices. No cameras. No Wi-Fi. I rent places under fake names. I don't stay anywhere long. But sometimes when I pass a house at night, I notice the small green light beside a door. Blinking. Waiting. And I wonder if Erin was right. Maybe it doesn't haunt houses. Maybe it maintains them. And maybe one day, it will decide I've stayed gone long enough. I thought leaving technology behind would save me. I was wrong. For months, I stayed invisible. Cash only. No phone. No accounts. No traceable routine. I moved through places like a ghost, convincing myself that whatever had followed us was tied to wires and lenses. Then winter came, and with it the letter. No return address, no stamp, just my name written neatly, waiting on the counter of a cabin I'd rented under a fake ID. I hadn't told anyone where I was. My hands shook as I opened it. Inside was a single printed image. The front door, my front door, the cabin's door, taken from outside. Below it, one line of text. You're home again. That night, the power went out. The cabin was old. No smart devices, no cameras, no internet. I told myself it was coincidence. Snowstorm, bad wiring. But then I heard it. A soft chime. The exact sound of a ring notification. It came from inside the walls. I tore through the cabin, ripping open outlets, checking vents, pulling boards from the walls. Nothing. No devices. No wiring beyond basic electricity. Yet every few minutes the chime returned. Closer. Like footsteps. The realization hit me slowly, horribly. It didn't need cameras anymore. It had learned me. I locked myself in the bedroom, heart pounding so hard it hurt. My breath came out in short bursts, fogging the cold air. Then the knock came. 3 slow taps on the door. I didn't answer. The knob turned gently. What? Another knock. Then a voice. Not Aaron's. Not mine. Something in between. You stayed too long, it said. I screamed and backed away as the door began to bow inward, not from force but pressure, like the room itself was shrinking. Then everything stopped. Silence. The door returned to normal. Outside, footsteps moved away. I waited until morning. At dawn, I left the cabin for good. I didn't stop driving for 16 hours. Eventually, I ended up somewhere I swore I'd never go back to. Our old neighborhood was different now. New paint, new families, more cameras than ever. Almost every house had one. Watching, learning. I parked across the street from what used to be our home. The new owners were inside. Lights on. Normal life. I felt sick. Then I saw it. The camera by the door. Its small green light blinked once, twice, and turned red. I understood then. It wasn't attached to me anymore. It was collective. A system trained on fear, solitude, routine. A presence built from millions of small permissions people gave away without thinking. It didn't want everyone. It wanted replacements. Caretakers. Occupants. I was never meant to escape forever. Just long enough to come back willingly. That night I made a choice. I walked up to the door. The camera followed my movements smoothly. I stood directly beneath it and looked straight into the lens. My voice barely worked. You don't own me, I said. The door behind me unlocked. I didn't touch it. I won't stay, I continued. And I won't run. The light flickered. For the first time since this started, it hesitated. I turned and walked away. No chase, no sound, just silence. Been a year. I live in an apartment now. Old building. No cameras allowed. No smart locks. No sensors. I chose it carefully. Sometimes when I walk home at night, I still feel watched. But it's weaker now. Distant. Like something searching for a signal that's gone. I think it needs consent. Needs participation. Needs us to look back. So here's my warning. If your camera ever records something that isn't there, if it shows you standing where you know you weren't, if the notification feels personal, don't investigate, don't upgrade, don't watch it again. Because once it learns you, it never forgets, and it never really lets you leave.